Welcome back to the Transform Your Mind to Transform Your Life, the podcast. This is Life Coach Myrna Young, and you're listening to 5-Minute Fridays with Coach Myrna. Today, I want to talk on the topic of feelings. Can you trust your feelings? And as a foundational story, I want to share with you the story of Isaac, Jacob, and Esau. So Isaac told Jacob to go out and find something wild and cook it the way that he liked it. And after that he was going to bless him. He was the firstborn son, and he wanted to give him his firstborn blessing because he felt that he was not going to be around for too much longer. So before I get into can you trust your feelings, I want to stick a pin in this right here. I want you to know that God is always going to tell you to do something before he blesses you. He's not going to bless you for just sitting on the couch and praying. He's going to tell you to go out and look for work, go fill out applications. If you're praying for a spouse, he's going to tell you to go to the local watering hole to find this man. Go to church, go to the ball game, go. You have to go out and do something in order to receive the blessing that God has in store for you. Don't expect to sit on the couch and for this man that you're praying for to go knock on the door. That was always an old joke. You just sit around and someone's car will break down and this man will knock on the door. It only happens in the movies, not in real life. You got to go out and get it. God also wants to bless you when you take risks, when you be wild. Isaac told Jacob to go hunting for something wild and cook it the way that he likes it. And then he will bless him. He did not send him to the backyard like the mother Rebecca did. He wanted something wild because risk has reward. And that was a risk-reward kind of behavior. But Rebecca, Esau's mother, cooked up a scheme to fool Isaac because he was blind and could not see. Her favorite was Jacob. So she told Jacob, hey, you know what? I want you to get that blessing. I'm going to help you trick your dad. Go into the backyard and kill something, and I'm going to cook it up like it's wild, like the way he liked it. And he is never going to know that difference. And when Jacob said, but Mom, Dad is going to know because I don't feel like Esau. Esau is a hairy man and I have smooth skin. She says, don't worry about it. You know what? I will go and get, skin from an animal and tape it around your arms. So you're going to feel as hairy as your brother, which is the lesson for today. Sometimes your feelings lie, so you can't always trust your feelings. Instead, do a deep dive into the situation. Gather all the facts. Your feelings is going to convince you that that man is coming back, even though he is clearly moved on. Ignore your feelings and trust your spirit. Trust your gut. Trust your intuition. Your spirit is stronger than your flesh. Be honest with yourself. Why are you still with that man? Is it because of how he makes you feel? That's why you're with that man. But you can't be with somebody just because of how they make you feel. Jacob felt like his brother, but he didn't sound like his brother, right? When he spoke, his father noticed the difference. And he ain't stupid. He may be blind, but he ain't stupid. He said, you feel like Jacob, but you certainly don't sound like him. So that is your cue. Don't get caught up in how that man makes you feel because they make us feel good. Listen to what he says and how he says it. Because out of the mouth, the heart speaks. Is he talking about a future with you, or is he talking about himself? You have to watch the disconnect between the feelings and the voice. Isaac realized that the feeling did not match the voice. So then he became suspicious. That's your cue. Evaluate the whole situation. If there's a disconnect, dive deeper. So Isaac became suspicious and he asked, how did you get it so quickly? It should have taken you longer to go hunting for something and kill it and then come back and cook it. How did you get it so quickly? Jacob lied, right? He said, I got it this quickly because of God. But you know something? If you do something wild, then that could be your true answer. You can say, God did it for me. They told me that it was going to take 10 years before I could become a supervisor, but God did it in tree. God did it this quickly. You know, they asked me, how did your podcast become number one in the personal development space? How did you get it so quickly with no celebrity guests on your show? How did you get it so quickly as an independent podcaster without a team? My answer is God did it. And my mother. Why did I put my mother in there? Because we learn from our mother. Jacob's mother steered him wrong. Jacob's mother gave him bad parenting. Jacob's mother told him how to lie and cheat his way into things and almost cost him his life. Jacob's mother is an example of bad parenting. But my mother, even though she wasn't the perfect mother, she taught me how to trust God. She showed me how to work hard and to never give up. She showed me work ethics that I've been using all my life. I got it so quickly because I was born to do this. I'm anointed for this job, and the devil knows not to mess with me. All right. So, in your daily life, thoughts, feelings, and attitudes are going to become your order form. They are the currency you pay in order to place your order in the universe, right? You have to establish the feelings of the condition that you want already present. Now, all the, coaches and the, thought leaders out there are telling you that you have to feel it first. You have to walk in it first. Now, I do a walking meditation from Dr. Joe Dispenza, and he's saying, walk into your future. Feel like you already got it. Feel like you already own that big old house. Feel that you're already driving in that, top of the line car. Feel that you've got all this money in your bank. Feel that you're a top podcaster. That's how I feel. Walk in it, okay? And the condition that you want will show up because you're feeling it already. Jacob got his blessing by pretending to feel like his brother, but then after he had to run for his life because his brother wanted to kill him. Isaac could not give Esau his blessing as the firstborn because he had already given it to Jacob and he couldn't take it back. Similarly, when you give yourself to someone because of how they make you feel, and then you find out that they tricked you, that they're a dirty down liar, you can't take back what you've already given them, right? That is why you can never trust your feelings alone, because your feelings can lie to you. All right. So this was my lesson for today. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of 5 Minute Fridays with Coach Myrna. I want you, as you go out there, to feel what you want, to feel that you're already walking into your purpose and your goals. And I want you that if you're feeling something and there's a disconnect, either because your intuition are telling you that your feelings are steering you in the wrong direction, or somebody's seeing something that doesn't sound like the feeling that you're having, then I want you to put the brake on it, right? And decide to do a deep dive. Thanks for tuning in to the Transform Your Mind, Transform Your Life, the podcast. If you're listening to this on iTunes, we'd love for you to subscribe, rate, and review. If you're watching this on YouTube, would love for you to subscribe and leave a comment. Am I telling truth or not? What is your feelings about a disconnect, about, you getting steered wrong, about feeling something, and then it turned out to steer you wrong? We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, namaste.